Connor, thank you for joining me. Before we touch on tomorrow's game, you've just signed a new deal with the club, keeping you here till the end of the 27-28 season. How happy are you to continue your journey here with the Bees?
Yeah, delighted. Obviously, when Gaffer signed his new contract in the summer, I believe it was, or maybe just before, there was always that talk of getting my deal sorted for the same length of time. So really pleased to get it done. It's been in discussions now for a long time. So to get it finally complete and done, I'm ecstatic with it. I've loved my time here. I've had some great memories here, and to continue that for another 2.5 years is exciting.
A point on the road at Barrow last Saturday. Obviously, it was a frustrating result with how the game panned out. But after having more time to reflect, how do you see the point on the road essentially?
Yeah, frustrating by the end of it, definitely. Really, really disappointed with the first 25-30 especially. Didn't think we started the game very well, but the wind was a massive factor in that. It's such a tough place to go, and they knew that. We spoke to Wingy after, and a couple of weeks prior at home they went against the wind first half and they struggled to get into the game, and they thought it was important that they won the toss to flip it. So first time they've done that, and I thought it helped them in terms of getting territory and putting pressure on us. I don't think we dealt with it well enough, and I think you've got to be in a good headspace and mentally ready for what's going to come at Barrow when you go to a place like that where the wind is such a factor, and it's not the easiest place to go on an away day. So we weren't happy with the start. What we did well was, although we were poor and they maybe could have gone further in front, we stayed in the game well, and we got up to that point with the red card, and then from then I thought we were good without really being clinical enough in the final third, which has been a factor in a lot of games this season. So once that happened, we were happy to ride it out and stay at 1-0 to that point, and once that happened we thought we should have gone on and won the game, and especially when you start the second half as we did and get a goal in front so early. And I thought we started excellently second half, and we had so many chances to make it 3 and 4 and just didn't quite do that. And then that passage of play where we should obviously scored a steady chance with the rebound, he's in the right place at the right time again. I know we obviously scored the equaliser, so we're pleased with that, but in terms of that chance that's got to end up in the net, as good as the keeper did to save it, we shouldn't give him a chance to make that save. And from the resulting corner, obviously there's a break, and a lot of things went against in that moment, and we could have dealt with better, but the 2 deflections and that little bit of luck that went for them, and then even from that we had a large time to go and get a winner. So there's loads of disappointing, but there's loads of positives as well. As I said, the second half reaction was excellent, but we probably would have taken a point maybe before the game when you realise how tough a place it is to go, but in the circumstances definitely 2 points dropped.
And one of those positives is that we are still unbeaten on the road now, and that is 6 games.
Yeah, listen, our away form's been excellent. It's well documented. I think it's well spoken about in all interviews and by opposition teams how good we are on the road. So that's a massive positive. As I said, it's a solid point when you look at before the game. We know obviously the way the game went, we probably should have won it, and we definitely should have won it. But a point at Barrow's not to be sniffed at. So although the circumstances are not great for us, we're pleased with a point.
I mentioned for Nick Tavares, he made his 50th appearance for the Bees in Saturday's game against Barrow. From when he came last season to now, how much has he developed as a player, but also a person as well in this squad?
He's just a key player. He's so good. He really is that good. We were so happy when he extended with us in the summer. We thought he deserved that. He still had a long time left in his deal, and we felt he deserved that new contract. And he was so good for us last season. He's been so key for us this year. When he's in the team, we've got a much better chance of winning games of football, and we always know if we can keep tabs fit, it gives us a real chance. So listen, he was outstanding on his first day, but he's gone from strength to strength, as you said. And in terms of him as a person, he's such a good lad. He's a great professional, does everything proper. Never hear a gripe out of him. He's always here to work hard, and just a great lad around the place. And we're so pleased to have him. And as I said, he's been amazing for us in them 50 games, and please God we can have many, many more of them.
How's training been this week, and any squad updates ahead of tomorrow's game?
It's been good, been bright. It's always nice to have that free week into it. Obviously, we had the EFL Trophy game last Tuesday, so nice to have a free week to build into the FA Cup. We know it's a brilliant competition, so it's a tough game. But the week's been bright. There's no real new injury concerns. I think everyone come through okay. We'll have Sutter and Kizzy have trained this week. I think it's too soon for Kizzy because he's been out such a long period. But Stutt's now back in contention to be involved, so that's a big bonus as well. He's looked really sharp since coming back.
Obviously, we travel to Fleetwood tomorrow for the first round of the FA Cup. What are you sort of expecting from tomorrow's game, and how do you expect Pete Wild to approach this competition this season?
I think they'll go full strength. There's listen, it's not a case of fixture congestion because there's already Saturdays put aside for the next couple of rounds, so it's not essentially a chance of games being rescheduled for Tuesday. So I think everybody within our division and League One will take it serious and play their strongest teams. I'll be shocked if they didn't. It's a great competition. I've been fortunate enough to go quite far in it a couple of times and get some big ties, and it's memories that last with you forever. So if we know how tough it's going to be. We obviously know what to expect. We played them here first game. They're well organised. They're athletic. They're really aggressive. They're up and at you. I don't think they'll change much when we played them here. So we know what to expect. They'll know what to expect from us, and let's hope we can have a better result than when we played them last.
As you say, you played them earlier on in the season. Obviously, we've got key players back and players have had time to gel. Do you expect it in that sense to not be the same game?
I think for them they're still very similar to what they were then. I think for us we've had not a lot of changes, but a lot of, as you said, key players come back and we're a much different team. I think the form since that day shows that we're a better team. So listen, there'll still be a really tough place to go, and I think they're in good form at the minute in the league, and they'll look to carry it on in this competition. So we'll go there, we'll go strong, we'll try win the game. We'll try progress, and hopefully we're in the draw on Monday.
How much does this squad want to progress in this competition? Obviously last season made it to the first round, and now we've got the opportunity to, go further.
Yeah, listen, I think every year FA Cup it's well documented. The teams that have long runs and get them big ties, it's so good for the club, it's so good for the players. As I said, the memories last forever. So there'll be lots of players within our group that will have their eyes on certain teams later whether they support them or they childhood teams or their families teams, whatever it might be, and to get that opportunity, we've got to get through this round. So it starts Saturday. We'll take it one game at a time as we always do, and if we can, I would say, get ourselves in the draw on Monday, then that's a brilliant thing.
Thank you for your time, Connor.
Cheers, Megan. Thank you.